Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Squee-El's gaming channel for another episode of Starfield and the base showcase. Today I'm going to do another video for Starfield obviously, but I'm going to focus more on the outpost building. Something I kind of tried to make a video of before, but then I had to kind of scrap it and come back to it because there was a lot I wasn't understanding, and plus you need a lot of resources to really get started. So I'm going to show you guys kind of the basics and what I have going so far for this video, and then I'll probably have a part 2 because there's various different properties and stuff you can buy in addition to outposts. But let's just dive right into the content today. If you look around here, I've kind of already started building a little bit, but we're going to do some more in today's video. But the first thing I want to point out is these right here, because these are rather important. This is like the crew's workstation or whatever. Each one of these you build in an outpost allows you to station 2 people at that location. So I go with anywhere from 1 to 2 per each outpost, so I can have 2 to 4 guys running around. Although I'm capped at 3, I think, because I need to upgrade one of the skills. But anyway, ideally I want 4 people at an outpost. And then I always put a bed, because you can rest in the bed to not only pass time, but when you do it in a bed you also heal. So that's useful. Plus sometimes the characters will do different things, like sit in on a couch if you place it, or lay in a bed, walk around, whatever. Got a little random painting of a character that's no longer with us, otherwise I could probably place her in an outpost, but that's a story spoiler, so not going into any more details than that. But this is just kind of the first outpost I built, so there's not a lot going on here. Kind of a mixed planet. You can build turrets for defense, which are recommended because some planets have roaming wildlife. That's the basic turret there, which we'll get into all that and some of the other stuff outside there. But this is a basic storage case. I put these at every outpost as well because these are your bounty board kind of things. You can clear your bounty. So anywhere that I have a house or a base, I'm pretty much building a bed and a bounty board. At least, so that I can rest and recover health and also clear bounties if I'm being pursued by law enforcement of a various system. And then, so this is also kind of my display room. You've got a helmet case, little cases to put slates on, your various storage containers, mannequins for outfits. So I've got 2 spacesuits / armor, and then an actual outfit, the kind that you wear in town. Weapon racks, which I only have 2 pistols on this one right now. I gotta get some more. And then a jetpack station. So just some extra stuff that I've collected so far. Still got a lot of the game to get through, but I have played a lot, so I've got a minor collection started. Random table. And then that's pretty much it for this base. Any little base you build needs an airlock, so we always gotta have this connected in order to go in and out. 2-door process, and then it'll usually have a little stairwell. These are the 3 different types of buildings you can have. There's like a military type structure, there's this see-through glass one, and then there's like your basic kind of space pod. So I didn't do anything fancy here. These are some basic energy sources. This is a wind turbine. There's your outpost stand, which this is what you start. Before you can actually build anything, you have to build one of these. And you can pretty much build on any planet, but you can't build like right next to a settlement or an area with enemies, like a dungeon, for instance. So just keep that in mind. But see, there's something over there I wouldn't be able to build over there. But, which that is some kind of ruins or something. But you can see the radius right there. That yellow line is my limit as to how far out I can build to. That's based on where you place this thing. And actually, it's a handy little tool because you can fast travel here once this is built, even if you don't have a spaceport. And you can also name your base, which I haven't done with this one, so it just kind of names it based on the planet. But this is for gathering energy, and then this is like a communication dish. This basically makes your scanner more useful. And then this is a power switch. This turns things on and off. So that would be off, and then this would be on. So that, I'm thinking it's gathering power from the wind turbine. In order to build up your build menu when you're in the scanner like this, you hit X. See how it says outpost down there too? You can build a total of 8 outposts. So I've already placed several, so I have 2 left that I can build. I'm kind of saving those for now until I either find some awesome planets or I find another use for an outpost. We'll go into locations in a minute here. But anyway, once you'll hit that button there at the end to switch over to your building controls, and then you'll get this screen. You can either do it right in front of your character, or conveniently you have kind of an overhead option. But I'm going to keep it on me right now. This is the artillery. This is like a quest item. I haven't built this in a base yet. I think I'll build it in a new one that I'm going to start today. But this is where you can keep your relics, the things that we were collecting in the main story that were in the lodge, but my character took them because they were at risk of being taken, and I've kind of been keeping them on my person / my ship. But if you build this, I think you can store those in it, so we'll find that out today, but I need more resources for that, and I'm not sure if I have those things. This is the scan booster, the thing that I have built there. There is a cargo link, which is, I believe, this thing right here that I have built. Or no, it's not. I'm not sure, actually. This is the crew station, the thing I was talking about inside. There's a thing you can build to customize your ships, which I'm going to build in another base today. This is just kind of my first base, but I'm going to build a better one in this video. A regular landing pad, a mission board, I guess, to collect various missions from different factions, which I don't have those at every base, but I'll have one in my main base. And I'm not sure what the cargo link is. You can link 2 different outposts together to allow to transfer goods between them. Which also, if you build, yeah, that's kind of weird, because if you go to your storage thingamabobber, I thought, I could be wrong, but I thought there was another way to do that. Yeah, the transfer container. Build this to allow transfer of cargo while on board your ship. Okay, so that makes more sense then. So I'll need to build more of the other guys. This thing right here is a resource collector for water, which we have several of those, and then storage containers for each. So this is for solids, liquids, and gas. So really I should be building a liquid storage container here, just because this thing's here. So I'll go ahead and put one there. A solar array is another way to gain power, but it only gathers power during the day, so I could use that to replace the wind turbine there. The power switch. There's an electric generator, which if you have the resources, this can use power, but I find this to be a little complicated. The old wind turbine. And of course you can build more than one, and you can see kind of up in the corner there the resources that I need. So like 2 cobalt, 3 nickel, and 5 aluminum. I have a decent amount of resources, but there's a lot of things that I still need more of, and I'll kind of go into a little bit how you can get some of that stuff. You can have a giant light post, regular light post. I guess there's industrial, regular. Some of the things have alternate options too. Not all things, more the furniture. You got a wall light here, which I actually have placed right there, and that's being powered by the solar, the wind turbine, I should say. When we looked at those, these are the building types, like I was telling you about. There's the 3. Then you can also have round ones, which I haven't done yet. The hallway, and then you can have a watchtower, which I can't place at this outpost because we're too high. Or no, I stand corrected, actually. I stand corrected. So we have a watchtower now. We'll check that out in a second here. Probably going to put one of those in another base too, but I'll need more adaptive frames. And then you've got your various different crafting stations. The industrial workbench, the cooking station, the pharmaceutical lab, the weapon workbench, the spacesuit workbench, and the research lab. I have a few of these things already, and I barely dived into the crafting much, but I'm about at that point where I think I will start doing that. But I'm going to build a whole new base today, and it's going to have all the bells and whistles, so I'm saving my resources for that. But I'm just kind of showing you guys everything for the moment. This is the turret that I have placed here. It's a basic ballistic turret. There's also this tick turret, which is a small laser turret, and the laser turret Mach 2, which is a standard laser turret. I think I'm going to place a few of these on the new base, since I have plain turrets at this base. Furniture options, we have like the chair here. I'll show you some of the different choices. I try to mix it up a little bit as I go throughout my base, but some of them look like they just belong on the ship. Which, that one's kind of cool. Wish I could change the colors of it. Maybe eventually I'll figure out how to do that. I still don't know how to do everything, but I know how to do a lot more than I did at the beginning. We have 3 couch options, 6 bench options, and I've placed most of these things already. These are the stools, but I'll place a few new ones and a couple repeat options that I've already used in my new base. I haven't fully dived into the base building yet. I just kind of played with it a little bit, but now that I'm not finished with the game, but I am getting pretty late into it, I feel like it's more worth it now to start looking at this stuff, since I actually have enough resources and the means to get more if I need for base building and whatnot. And actually, as part of base building will expand my resource gathering even more, and some of it I'm going to cover in this video, and then some of it I'm not going to quite be able to get to yet. For example, farming like biomaterials, so like you'll be able to get resources from animals, and I don't know if you can fully tame them or not, but there is some wildlife and you do get some resources off of them, so that'll probably have to be a part 2 or a part 3, because I think I'm going to do a part 2 that will cover some other things. But just like kind of a rundown of the series I'm doing, I've kept the videos a little bit more simple lately, minus this one. I wanted to talk a bit more because I've got a lot going on this one, and kind of mixing in my own ideas and experiences as I figure this out more and more. But the base building wasn't as impressive to me at first because I've been kind of spoiled, I think, by other games, but it's grown on me now that I've gotten a little bit more of an understanding of it. Just really sucks that there's not like a creative mode, because I do enjoy my creative modes. Ooh, I like this painting. I've only used 1 or 2 paintings actually, so my new base will actually have a lot to offer. I think I've only used like 2 posters, so I'll just have like a straight poster room. I'm gonna have a bunch of rooms in my new base, which means I'm probably gonna have to make several resource runs. I've only used 2 different signs. There's a lot of signs, but they seem kind of roughly similar. All mostly warning signs. Yeah, oh well. That's not too exciting. Oh, there's different dartboards even? This thing's crazy, wow. Different rugs. I have not used any rugs yet, but I plan to. I like that we got options. I like these 2, to be honest. Floor mat, I'm missing the polymer I need, and these are more like floor textures than a mat, so I'm not too worried about these. Different utility carts. I could have like a whole building area. Hand carts. Yeah, my one base is going to be pretty incredible. I don't think I'm even going to be able to cover the whole build, because I'm going to end up doing a lot, but desk monitor, like a lot of this stuff I've already had, but I'll be placing more of. You can even make a full functional bathroom. You got all the things you need. Some basic plants. I've placed a few, but there are some fancier ones that I was actually kind of gonna also deck out my new fancy base with. Part of the reason why these original outposts weren't very complicated was because I didn't have a lot of resources, and mixed with the fact that I wasn't fully understanding quite everything as far as what you needed to do. I like these, so I think these will be the plants I'll use a lot in my new base. But that's kind of a rundown on most of the stuff. Some of these things we already saw, like this is most of the display stuff, so the mannequin, the slate display, display case, helmet display, weapon rack, but there are different ones. Regular weapon rack, even different weapon cases, backpack stands. Get a little one, put one on like the wall. There's actually different mannequins, which I didn't even look at before. Just female or male, I guess, basically. Oh, there's a better one. So yeah, I gotta add a couple things to my old bases too. The scan booster even has different options. Well, that's wild. I like this one, nice. Put that on a ceiling, actually. And that's pretty much it. The mission board has a second option. Just doesn't look too much different, but all the basic construction stuff only has one option, other than the basic, the military one, which it looks roughly the same to me. Oh, it's a double stacked one. Well, that's cool. I guess they all have double stack options. Oh no, this one can look like that. Wow. So yeah, my new base is going to be pretty sophisticated. There we go. I was hoping there'd be something like that. That's wonderful looking. It almost seems like I could connect it. If the ground was more even, So yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of resources to make this next base I've got. But we're gonna go ahead and travel to some other locations. But before we do, let's check out this watchtower that I just accidentally built here, because I haven't built a watchtower yet. It's a little bit more costly in resources, but it's one of the kind of coolest things that you can just throw out. Gotta go up a bunch of stairs, so not the most ideal. You get up here and you got a pretty awesome view of the area, I'd say. You can see the ship over there. Looks like there might be a ship over there. Some kind of wreckage or something. And I'm assuming that I can also probably build up here. Let's just go ahead and test that theory with some furniture. Yeah, I got like my workbench and all that. So that gives me some ideas as far as what I'm going to do in my next base. I could do a lot more with this base, but I'm going to save my resources because this isn't the one that I want to really go crazy on. But the watchtower is pretty cool. There's no quick way to get down. I was hoping I could maybe jump out the window. And you can't even really jump down the stairs because they just loop around in circles. So I'm gonna run all the way back down here. So keep that in mind with your watchtowers. If you're gonna build something up top, it should probably either be really functional or really cool. But I've already gotten a few ideas. Could probably put something in there. Could put some turrets out on the front parts here, I guess. But I think it'll be pretty good. The only thing about this base that kind of sucks is that the stairs had to be back here because the terrain was so uneven it wouldn't let me put anything out here. So the stairs to the main base are kind of hidden back here. But that's kind of cool, I guess. This base is sort of just a junk sort of put together. There is like a connecting type thing as well that's also important, I guess I forgot to mention. So if you create a link, so I click it, and I'm going to put it on that. It's set to go to this because this is my transfer thing, but I'm also going to connect it to this because this is for water storage, and this is collecting water. For most of the building, when you get a resource collector, you have to put it on something that it can actually collect from. So the water, it just kind of takes water from the air mostly, so those are a lot easier to place. This is a vapor extractor. I think this does the air, or maybe this does the ground, I don't know. I need more resources for a lot of this stuff. I need to get some nickel. And the building will change, like the building options will change depending on what planet you are and what's available for your resource extractors. So this planet only has certain resources, which is why it makes sense to have more than one outpost, especially if you're getting resources, because then you will have different extractors on different planets. But I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this one how it is, and we're going to go check out a couple of my other ones. This one, just for if you guys are curious, the map is going to be important. This is located, it's called this, but I might name it something different. This is on the planet of Gargarin, which is in the Alpha Centauri system, the same system. This planet here is where you go to New Atlantis. So my base is over here at this planet, which if you zoom out of the solar system, Alpha Centauri, I could get into like a lot of the usefulness in terms of planets, but like Sol over here houses the city of Neon, which is the second major city, and then the third one, I believe, might be over here at Narian, which is like Aquila City, if I'm saying that right. Aquila City. Well, yeah, Aquila City's in one of these, and the little icon, like the little sort of starfighter looking thing, that signifies like some kind of city or human settlement. This little square with a door in it, that's a base, so that's where I started. I do have a base over here in Olympus, and I also have a base in Leviathan. So Olympus, Leviathan, and then my final outpost that I'll show you guys, we'll go to Olympus first, then Leviathan, and my last outpost is way over here in Hyla. Now I built this outpost just because this is kind of the farthest part of the map mostly. There's a couple more galaxies within range of that one. I also built this one down here, Kang, which I'm not actually going to show you guys this outpost because it's not a very interesting, it's like a moon, and I'm probably not going to build anything there right now. I just sort of built that for the same reason I built this one, for more jump accessibility. I can reach all these galaxies now without having to waste or take multiple trips with my warp drive. See how like this one's red over here? I can't travel to that in one jump because nothing's close enough. Even this one, surprisingly, I guess just because it takes a whole different route to get over there. But so it's still pretty close. I would only have to jump twice to get to this galaxy, which is like the farthest galaxy in the whole universe, at least as far as like the map. All those white dots are other ones. I haven't even been to all of them. I think it's Voli here actually that has Aquila City, which is like the western town. No, this one has Neon. So then the other one that I mentioned, Sol, that has Aquila City. But anyway, yeah. So Olympus, which is where my next base is going to be at, is on Nisoi here. And it's pinged off another icon, if I recall. Oh, here it is. This is actually where my dream home is, which for some reason right now I'm locked out of my dream home, so I can't access it. But there's my home barracks, which is the second base I'll show you. Now, I'm over encumbered because I'm carrying too much. I buy too many resources, so you can't fast travel. But here's a random little trick that I'm going to show you guys, because I wasn't aware of this before. So even though I'm over encumbered, I'm going to travel to my ship here and enter my ship. And once I'm inside my ship, I will be able to fast travel despite the fact that I'm encumbered. I just need all these resources. I need to start taking more advantage of my outpost storage, but once I get my main outpost built today, I will do just that. Now this is my second base on Olympus, another one that I'm not really going to do much with in this video, but it's also something I kind of started back when I first started messing with the outposts before I made this video. But there's an actual landing pad, so it's convenient because my other base didn't have one, so I had to walk all the way to the ship, but this one already has one, so the ship has just landed right there. So when I'm ready to leave, I just jump down to the ship. Kind of got some stairs, although they don't help too much on this one since it's at the bottom of a hill. But this base is kind of up on a mountain. My dream home is actually nearby, and that's originally why I built this outpost here. That's my dream home down there. I could show you guys the interior. I want to, but for some reason, somehow I got locked out of it. I don't know what happened to my key, so I can't get in it right now. Hadn't built anything in it anyway, but yeah. So this outpost is even more similar than it's similar to the first one, but it's even more simple because there's no like resource extraction going on. The main difference is that it has a landing pad, and it's not put together too fancy as well. But it's got some different crew members placed here, and the interior is slightly different, but not too sophisticated. Some basic furniture, my crew stations, bounty and mission boards. This one has more of kind of like a home area. Yeah, you can see the characters sort of use the bed sometimes. They sleep. That's the one poster I placed. I made a little makeshift bathroom even. It's a refrigerator. More crew members. And here's an actual generator. Now the only problem for the generator is that I don't have any fuel. So yeah, it's not really helping so much. But somehow the lights are still on. I'm not sure if the buildings, just their lights are on automatically, or if they get affected by like power sources as well. There's not really anything special going on with this base. It's just kind of an extra place for me to store some troops, some squad members, and the more outposts you have around the galaxy, the easier it is for you to travel, basically. So that's base number 2. We're just going to skip through this one because I'm not going to do much more with it, and we're going to jump on to base number 3 now. Now Leviathan here, I don't think I built exactly on the planet. It was either Leviathan 4 or 5, I can't remember. But the reason I built in Leviathan was because this is a system that's good for rare resources. There's rare resources, I think exotic resources, plentiful resources, and then there's a lot of the basic resources. So you guys will really just have to do your research and scan your planets when you're looking for what kind of resources you need. The two main motivations behind where you build your outposts are what kind of resources can you get from that planet, and what kind of fast travel accessibility do you need as far as your overall galaxy map. Now this base is probably going to be the one that I build all up because I think it's really cool. It's on a very sort of interesting Earth-like planet with some water nearby. There are these little kind of bug things, as you just saw, that roam around, and they're kind of hostile, but once I get some turrets up, they won't even be a threat. But pretty cool here. This is where I'm going to build up mainly. But I got one more base area that I wanted to show you guys. So you guys will have seen 4 of my outposts out of 5. The third, which was this one, 4th and 5th one are all pretty empty, so there's not much to show. That's why I'm not even going to show off the 5th one, because the planet's really lame. But I've got this one out here as well in Hyla. Now there's not really anything too fancy here. This one is mainly just for accessibility, so I have a quick access way to this side of the universe. I've already explored the planet a lot doing various quests, so let's go to this outpost here. Can't fast travel because I'm carrying too much. I forgot I gotta be actually in the ship for that little trick to work. Which, see, now we have some different extractors. We've got aluminum, still got water, water vapor, and chlorine. So yeah, I'll be placing some more extractors appropriately among my stuff today, maybe not all in the gameplay. Oh, here's a small landing pad. So I think I'm going to have double landing pads at this base because it's going to be such a massive place. I think the majority of the structure of my base is probably going to be in this little field here. So I got to think how I want to go about this. It's going to overtake trees and whatnot. I'll put it out in the water a little bit because this is kind of cool. So there we go. So I've got a basic landing pad now that my ship can land on. The only concern is I don't know if there's a way to actually call your ship to it since my ship isn't already here. But the next time I show up, my ship will be on that, and then I can just get right into building. And I'm probably going to build another pad next to it just to make this base all the more epic, and then that one's going to be a ship builder. And I'm not going to tweak my ships too much, but I guess I'll go ahead and even show you guys kind of how that's an option. Alright, so my last one here in the Hyla system is on Hyla 2, if I'm saying that right. We'll go over here. I might need to build a landing post here as well, because otherwise I'm going to keep having the same problem and my ship is going to be too far. But I did just find out yet another fast travel fix to help with that. Fast traveling with the scanner itself and not even using the map. Which can't get you off world, but if the plane is far away, it can take you to the plane, and then you can fast travel with your too much inventory. So like this is kind of another Earth-like planet, but it's more wild. A little more dangerous. There's these hunting crab things and these flying guys. These guys kind of leave you alone, but they're everywhere. There were some ruins here, I think over there, that originally brought me to this planet. And this planet's on yet another type of hill thing, but there is an ocean nearby, which I thought this would be another really cool place for a watchtower. But as you can see, that blue dot over there, since that's the current mission I have, which is unrelated, that's probably where the plane is, way the heck over that way. So it's so far away, I don't even know. I can probably there we go. See, I got the fast travel option, so I can fast travel over there now. So I don't have to run all the way over. But this place is kind of cool. Not gonna build anything here just yet, but maybe I'll show you guys like a clip of a short clip of whatever I do with this at the end of the video here to finish things off, because my main focus is going to be building in the other location that I showed you. I do have one other location, but we're not going to show it. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys real quick like how I go to the shop real quick. There's merchants all over the place, but there's one in New Atlantis that I like particularly. She's right kind of near the bar, which you can go to any bar to look for crew members. I have several, but I might need a few more. I'm not going to focus on that in the video, but there is a bar right next to the shop that I'm about to show you guys. So if you go to New Atlantis, there's a bar called, I think, the New Lounge or something along those lines, and then the shop I'll show you. So you can kind of do a 2-for-1 with some chairs outside that you can wait in past 24 hours, and it'll refresh the shopkeeper's inventory. And I hit her up kind of, she sells digipicks, which are what you open doors and stuff with, but she also sells the majority of the crafting resources you need, especially a lot of the main stuff for building. So I'll probably have to take multiple trips to her to get some major construction done. You obviously need some credits, but you can also sell your stuff to her as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how that's done real quick, and then we'll see what's going on with my my new and improved bases here, my outposts.
We have a system for a reason.
Sure. Just figured I'd offer. Oh, please, take a look. Thanks for coming in.
I'm not trying to pester you, but I really do need that.
Dealing in art is
Yes?
So, yeah.
Goodbye.
Hope you're finding it. If you don't see what you want, oh, please, take a... Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
Okay, so I've done a couple runs back and forth to New Atlantis, that shop. Trying to get a couple things going here so that I could kind of show you guys what I was mainly confused on before. You can build your buildings like sort of up in the air. Before I could only get them on the ground. I wasn't really sure what was going on with that, but I'm going to try to build like a wall of sorts if I can, and have multiple watchtowers, and then I'm going to fill them with all kinds of goodies. I realized also you can only have one spaceport per town, so I have this spaceport where you're able to customize your ship, which is this over here. It's this kind of bigger, rounder, different looking ship. Dock type thing, I don't know, and I'm guessing that console there is how you customize, which I will mess with that in a moment. I wanted to show you guys the interior before I fill it with items. This was a completely round glass piece, but I've put so many doorways on it, it's kind of messed with it a little bit. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here yet. This is going to be like my entry room. And then I used this space. This is just a huge, this is the biggest piece you can have. And then I also figured out there is a double tall piece of sorts, so you can kind of take the stairs up here, and then there's this space here where I guess I'll probably have to add another room for this to make sense, or another piece. So that's kind of what my plan is for this. I'm going to fill the rooms up, get a crew here, and then we'll do another little time jump in a minute where I'll show you guys what I decide to do with the place. And then I'll probably show you guys both of my bases at the end of the video. So we'll check out the ship customization. Apparently you can actually buy ships from this thing. So there's only 4 options. Let's just see what they got here. There is one more legendary ship apparently that I don't have that I think I'm going to try to get at some point. Here you go, you can view your ships. So I'll view like my main one here. You can actually upgrade your various different parts. You can kind of see how they affect the stats on the side. You can move parts around. This one I have the blacked out one there I've already maxed, so yeah, you can do a lot of stuff to tweak its enhancements. The one thing that I'm not sure of is you can change the color. Shipbuilder, oh, we got upgrade ship, here we go. So you can change the color of the ship. You can straight grab parts and move them. Let me see if I can figure out how to actually color a piece. Delete, flip, accept. No, that's not what I want. Select all. Edit. I'm moving the whole ship. That's not really what I wanted to do. I'm pretty sure there's a way you can customize a ship. Let me know in the comments if you guys know how to do that, because that's actually something I still don't know how to do, but I know in fact you can do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave that there to show you guys that you can customize and dock a ship on the bigger ship dock here. But if you guys like the video, go ahead and say it now so I'll be done ranting. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel to be back for more. I've got various different episodes of this. I'm going to do some smaller clips too, cover various different factions, stories, some of the other unlocks I have. I'll show you guys the rest of my base here in the last little portion of this video once I'm done with the rant. And as always guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys are there for the next one, and after a couple more Starfield videos we'll be getting into games like Assassin's Creed Mirage, Spider-Man 2, and the next Call of Duty. So make sure you guys are there for those, and let's see what I can do with this mess here.